Okay, basic board layout for a game is home team or white on the left, black team or away on the right. The following buttons are used during the game. The button with the card and the timer is for the kick out. On this side is white, on this side is black. The +1 is a goal, this side white, this side black. The hand with the card on both sides represents a penalty, and the two hands crossed on both sides are the respective timeout. To choose a new game, select play, then say no to download a previous game. Game should begin at 8 minutes. If you wish to add time for warm-ups prior to the game start, press clock set, then pause, then enter the time that you wish. Time, and then enter, and now you'll have a pause. To escape the pause, at any time, press escape, and the period will begin. Now we'll go through the entering of the information during gameplay. It's recommended that you keep your fingers near the two exclusion buttons, because this is the most important thing to click very quickly after an exclusion to start the timer. So as soon as there's an exclusion called, tweet exclusion number 16, white, press the white button on the left-hand side. Now choose the jersey number. The jerseys are numbered 1 through 15. Ignore the color. The color does not represent the team. So if the exclusion was a number 6, you select 6, and you'll see that on the board, number 6 should now have an exclusion. In the case that was an error, the shift button acts as the basically undo button. So you can press shift and the timer button for the exclusion if you need to remove the time from the clock. So you'll see the 18 seconds is the 18 seconds shown on the game clock. If you want to remove it, just press that button and then enter, and it shall now be gone from the thing. The number 6 still remains on the scoreboard in this situation. But if you wish to remove 6 because that was an incorrect entry, you must use the penalty button. So you use shift, penalty, and then check the jersey number 6. That should remove 6 from the scoreboard. It's also recommended if you have to replace that with, let's say, you should have had 6 on the other team, use the penalty button instead of the thing. That avoids putting time on the clock. So you'd go penalty, 6, and now that 6 should be present on the other side of the board. In the case where we have the scoreboard set up to display goals as well as exclusions, the goals entry is slightly different. Instead of just pressing the +1, you must now press +1 and then select the appropriate number. So in this case, I chose black 1. Now you'll see in yellow on the scoreboard, 12 shows a yellow goal. Just to clarify, if I choose an exclusion for the same player, number 12, from black, you'll see that the red numbers on the scoreboard are for exclusions, the yellow numbers are for goals. When using showing the goals on the scoreboard as well, if you need to back out a goal, now instead of just hitting shift -1 here, you're going to have to also select the appropriate number from the scoreboard. So in this case, we have 12 up there. I'm going to select 12. That will remove 12 from the scoreboard. In the case where goals are not being displayed on the main scoreboard, all you need to do to enter goals is press the +1 button. That will increase the goal by 1. You can notice it here, but it should also be present on the board as well. Again, white on the left, black on the right. To add a group for black, you'd press 1. Now the score would be 1-1. If you need to adjust the score, similarly to all other things, the shift button is the reverse. You hit the shift, -1 will take the goal off of the board for the team that was present. If a team calls a timeout, you should immediately press the appropriate timeout button. In the case of timeout for the black, you'd press this one. Timeout will automatically start to count down from 60, and the horn should go at 15 seconds.
And then again.
At the end of the period, the clock will run out, the horn will sound. The timekeeping device must be switched to off. Then you press period, pause, and select the 2-minute pause. That will automatically count down and go off. The horn should go at 30 seconds. In the case where an adjustment to either the game clock or the shot clock must be made during play, you simply press the clock set button, and then the clock time is on the left, the shot clock time is on the right. So in the case we want to reset the clock to 7 minutes and 52 seconds, you'd select minute. You don't have to change because it's all 7. If you want to change the seconds, you press 7. You can either scroll down or up, or you can directly enter the number, then press enter. And then once you've selected all your time correctly, press enter again to adjust the time. It says apply the difference to all the timers. Just select no. And it should change to the time that you selected. Again, for a shot clock, similarly, clock set, let's say I want the referee asks for the clock to be set to 10 seconds. You click set shot clock seconds, and you can either scroll down to 10 or you can manually enter 10. Then you're going to press enter, and then you must press enter one more time. Now the shot clock shall be at 10 seconds. If for some reason the period on the scoreboard is the incorrect period, you can just select period until the correct period is active. At the end of a game, or at any time you need to remove the game sheet and start over for some reason, simply go escape. It will say, would you like to exit the game? Select yes. Should take you back to the beginning screen for starting a new game. To make it so that the goals also go on the main scoreboard, do the following. Hit select, settings, go down to add fouls and score. Then you're going to select fouls and score. And then you're going to click score and then escape. Escape, escape, escape. And now it should work. Okay, so another advanced tip, in the case where we must change the length of the game for a different event from 8 minutes, you hit select for the water polo settings. Then you're going to select setting period and pause, choose that. Then you're going to go setting period, choose that. Then you must go through and select each period and change the time in the minutes for each individual period throughout the game. You'll see on the right here it shows all times for all 4 periods.
So do one.
I'll demonstrate one quickly. Go set period, 1 minute, 7 minutes, enter, and now you'll see it changed on here. If you'd have to do that for all 4 for the game to work properly, I'm going to change it back to 8 minutes now. 8, enter, and escape. Now if you go back in there, it should show 8 minutes for all 4 quarters. All right, this is a re-record of the original audio for this tutorial video. This is for its advanced settings to change some common horn issues that occur during gameplay. So select on the left-hand side the settings, then scroll down to horn settings. And click setting the horn. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here itself, explain some of the issues. So I did take the pause check off in the video here. This should not be removed. The ones to confirm that aren't on is this 1 minute left in the period check on this side. If that one, it'll cause the horn to honk with 1 minute left in the game. So you want to make sure that one's off. Other than that, everything else should be okay. But that's the big one that's the issue.